Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Maha Shirazi, your computer teacher. This is assignment number 5 of grade 6 and we are starting the chapter number 2, that is digital literacy. Make a web page. So in this chapter you will learn how to act respectfully when using a computer and how to create a simple web page with text and images and how to review and improve your web pages. The World Wide Web, also called the web, is an important part of your lives. It gives us information that we need to work, learn, and enjoy our leisure time. Anyone can create a web page. A web page lets you share your knowledge and experience with people across the world. In this unit, you will learn how to create a web page. There is a class activity. Look at these images of the web page. One is the first web page ever created. The other is a modern web page. Can you spot which is which and how have websites changed since the web was invented in 1995? Do you think they have changed for the better? So definitely the second one is the new one, is the fresh one, and the first image is the old image, and they are asking you that do you think they have changed for the better? Then definitely web pages have become so vast, they have become so much, they have developed so much that now they uses the pictures, they uses the videos to explain about different things. So according to the new knowledge, according to the new technology, the new web pages are more advanced form as compared to the old web pages. Now there is another dialog box which says that did you know the World Wide Web was invented in 1991, that is www, and the very first web page has been saved. Look at the web page info.cern.ch and click on the first link in the list you see on the page. It is called Browse the First Website. When you visit this site, you see the entire World Wide Web as it was in 1991. So today there are nearly 2 billion websites. Now I'll talk about the next topic, that is be a respectful computer user. So making the classroom a better place to learn. In classroom you learn different type of subjects, you learn different ethics, that how to sit in class, how to communicate with each other, how to communicate with your teachers. So in classroom basically you learn everything very much. So making the classroom a better place to learn. Using computers for learning is fun. The classroom is a much better place to learn when we behave with respect. You should always behave respectfully towards your teacher and classmates, and you should treat equipment with care. Remember, someone else will need to use the equipment after you have finished with it. Now behave respectfully towards your teacher. Working on computer projects often means you work on your own in a small groups, and there will be times when your teacher need to talk to the class. So when this happens, stop typing and turn to face your teacher. Now there are some rules for sharing computer and equipment. Remember that you are sharing computers and equipments with other students. Make sure equipment is tidy and in its correct place when you have finished using it. Being responsible when using online technology. Online behavior. Be polite. Think about how you would feel if you received the email or the message. Talk to people online as though you are face to face. Help others to report problems. Be safe and help others to stay safe. So if a classmate is having a problem using a software application or writing a program, it is good to help. And if you are asked, offer an explanation, but don't take over. Do not touch your classmate's computer. You could make the problem worse. Now there is an activity. Look at this picture of the untidy work area. How do you expect the computer room to look when you arrive to start your class? What problems does an untidy work area cause? And list examples where you have found it difficult to work because of damage of missing computer equipments. So definitely, if you are working in an untidy room, then there would be a lot of mess, and in mess you can't do your work properly. So whenever you are working, whenever you are doing something in your room, always make sure that the room is neat and clean and tidy up your room. Okay, so what problem does an untidy work area causes? It may cause different type of problems. You can misplace your books, you can misplace your things, your valuable items, and it will be a messy thing. Okay, extra challenges. Work with a partner. Sit at the computer and ask your partner to help you with the problem. For example, you could ask them to explain how to create a new folder. So just sit with your sister or brother or parents, because right now you people are in your home and you can't come to school. So do these tasks at home and try to create a folder. Let your partner explain the task and help you. Then discuss how helpful your partner was, and were you confused at any point? Could your partner have explained any better? So just describe them. Now change the position so that you can offer the help. Now there is another thing again, dialog box, which says you notice a student is upset by something they have seen on screen. How could you help them? So let's suppose if someone is talking to other friend, or that person is using some bad languages, or he or she is doing some shaming, the body shaming or some harassment type thing. So eventually a person will become very shy and he or she will not feel safe. So if a person is upset by something which he or she has seen on screen and you are noticing it, so how could you help them? What you can do, that you can discuss with them. Just ask about the problem, that what is the problem they are facing, what is the matter. So just ask them and try to solve that matter by the help of your parents or your elder siblings. The next topic is the parts of web page. So in this lesson you will learn to identify the parts that make up a web page. Okay, components of a web page. Headings. These are short descriptions that tell you what a web page or a text is about. Then images. Most websites use images as well as text. Images can be photographs, they can be drawings or cartoons. Then links. When you click on a link on a web page, you leave the page you are on and go to the new page. So you use links to find new information on a subject. Logo. Most websites use logo. The logo tells you who owns the website. If the website is owned by a company, the company logo will usually be at the top of the web page. Menu. A menu helps you to find your way around the web pages that make up a website. Text. Text is used on a web page to give information on instructions. Text should be clear and relevant to the subject of the page. Too much text can put off a reader by making a page difficult to read. Designing a web page. Before you start to create a web page, make a plan. Draw a simple outline plan showing how the components will fit together. Start with a rectangle to represent the computer screen. Then divide the rectangle into smaller sections to show where you will put these images, text and so on. So this type of design is called wireframe. Now there is an activity. Your school wants to add a new page to its websites. The page will tell parents about a new gymnasium that is being built, and the page should include the school logo, a picture showing what the new gym will look like, and text describing the gym. Design the page using a wireframe. So you need to create a web page by using a wireframe, as they have already told you. Now there is an extra challenge. You need to make some changes to your web page design, and the design should now include the school logo, 2 images showing the inside and outside of the gym, text describe the gym, and heading for the page. So they have given you all about the information that what they want in the web page. So you have to create that type of web page. Now there is a dialog box. Be creative. Some internet company logos have become very well known. Design a logo that you can use on your website. Think again. Open a web page that you use regularly at home or for schoolwork. Identify examples of the 6 components of a web page. The next topic is create a web page. So web page editor. You use an application called Web Page Editor to create the web pages. Your teacher will tell you which web page editor to use at school, and there are free web page editors that you can use at home. And this unit uses a web page called Wix. Ask permission from an adult before using web editing software at home. Okay? Sections of web page. A web page has 3 sections: header, body and footer. An area at the top of the web page, the header is used for logo and the name of your web page. Body, the main part of your web page, it contains the text and images you want to share. Footer, an area at the bottom of the web page. If you look at the bottom of the most web pages, you will see that the footer is used for links to site documents and policies. You won't use a footer in this unit. Getting started. When you open your web page editor for the first time, you will be asked to create a new website. When you create the sites, you will be asked to select a template for your site. Choose a blank template. Using a blank template will make it easier for you to learn the basics of the web page design. Adding text to your page. Choose the add option from the toolbar on the left of the screen. Choose text from the add menu. Choose a paragraph style from the list if you want to add text, or choose a heading style. To add a heading, the box will appear on your web page. Drag the box to the position you want it on your page, then type your text inside it. An example of web page. Here is an example of a web page. Notice that the main page heading is above the dotted line. This means it is the header, and rest of the text is in the body of the page below the dotted line. Now there is an activity: design your own web page. It can be about robots, or it may be of any other topic you choose. Choose a title for your page. Draw a wireframe plan that will show where you will place headings, text and images. Be safe and be responsible. When you publish a web page, it can be read by anyone in the world. Do not include personal details on your web page. You must keep your full name, your address and phone number private. Do not include any information that will allow someone to identify or locate you. Now there is an activity: use a web page editor to create your web page. Add a page title and text with a heading. Extra challenges: add a text box to your web page with a heading "Did you know?" Do some research and add interesting facts about your subject in the textbook. In the Think Again dialog box, how many types of headings are used in example web page? Why are some headings larger than others? Now in the Digital Citizen of the Future dialog box, they are saying that people often use websites to find out the information. Others share information through their websites and social media pages. How will you use the web page to share your information or knowledge in the future? Okay, so this was all about your lecture, and the lecture has been completed. Now we will talk about the assignment. First question is: write down some rules for sharing computers and equipment. So you need to write the rules. The second question is: what are the different components of a web page? Also briefly describe these components. So I have already told you what are the components: the header, footer, body, all the parts, main parts. So you need to describe all them in detail. The third question is: what is web page editor? So what is web page editor? In this lecture we are using the Wix editor. You can use any type of web page editor. So this was all about your assignment. I think and I hope so that it will be easy for you to complete your assignment. Do it on time. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.